Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing a bunch of stuff. Most of them are not going to be relevant because the decks are quite little, but it's, oh man, Bleefield deck. I think BI is BI Bleefield. CZ, which is Czech, EFRG, IKW, Pi, Z. GG456 game. Oh, we've got a filter cap. Oh, it's cap. It's 0 to 5.5. That's fine. What is that even removing? I don't even know what that's removing. Anyways, I'm playing with Finger 03, Kai, and Patooti. So, pretty strong opening pack. Synergizer, Business Tutor, Restless Father. Yep, some decent cards here. Synergizer is quite strong, so I'm probably taking Synergizer. Probably Synergizer and then Primitive Man on the wheel, because with Synergizer I want to plow a bunch of times early. Yep, looks like a reasonable pick here. I mean, Restless Father is pretty good. Business Tutor can be crazy, you know, with in the right hand. Business Tutor, Master Tinner probably pretty good together, although they're probably not both going to the same hand, so we'll see. So yeah, Patooti and I were waiting for like more than like 2 hours earlier or something for a game, and then I went and watched Peds game with Nathan because he's a Peds fan, and you know, I was just checking in, kind of winded down for the night, and saw they had 3 players, so a bit later than normal. Rewarded for the late night stream. Wow, this is a late one for me, so hopefully it's a pretty quick one, because yeah, I don't normally start at 12:25. That's fine. I mean, I normally stay up till 3 anyways, but it's like, you know, you need like wind down time, that sort of thing. So Kai has sat but not passed any cards yet, I don't believe. Yeah, they're passing to me, so. I should have, you know, I haven't played with Kai in ages. I should maybe check their time. If this is going to be a slow game, I'm not going to be able to play the whole way. Alright. That little poke got them to move along. Alright, Zealous Farmer with Synergizer seems very doable. 4 fields, 6 grain, 3 vegetables, very doable. What else do we have here? I mean, Grain Farmer, but I don't need to take it here. I'll probably get it on the rebound. Headmaster can be good. I don't really think I need Tavern Keeper. Yeah, I like Zealous Farmer here. I'm trying to think, what's our third category? Our first 3 are obvious. It's fields, grain, and vegetables. What's the 4th? Is it pastures? We try to fence 13. Yeah. Yeah, that'd work. I mean, the animals will probably be pretty difficult to do, and fence stables are difficult because fence stables, you need to build the stables and the fences, so you may as well just fence instead. Use the wood for the stables to fence instead. So I'll grab Zealous Farmer here, try it out. Well, I have Storehouse Minder, which is a favorite of mine. The problem with all these cards is that they're pretty early game cards, and I don't really want early game cards with Synergizer. I could take Inventory Manager. I mean, Tarzan to set up Zealous Farmer maybe, but Herdsman, not going to take Bard. Like, I'm not going to want to play, when I'm setting up Synergizer, my first action needs to be a good one. It can't be like a speculative, maybe I get a wood and a food. I don't have time for that. Yeah. I like Storehouse Minder, but with Synergizer, no way we're making it work. Inventory Manager is probably the best card, but this doesn't seem like a hand that will play all that many Inventory Manager. Won't play that many improvements. Maybe it will play some, though. Tarzan is worth considering with for Zealous Farmer. If we can try to get to 4 cattle. If we collect cattle 3 times, I don't know, that's going to be pretty slow. Probably going to be, and we're going to need capacity to hold them, so it's probably just better to go for fences. And Inventory Manager can get us wood. It can be like basically a wood action. So Wounded Veteran. Start of each round, receive 2 food from the general supply. Take building resources or animals from an accumulation space, leave 1 of them on the space. No thanks. Delivery Man could be fine. Wood Distributor, meh. Stone Delivery Man, meh. Take Delivery Man here. Delivery Man and Inventory Manager getting us wood and clay, so we're going to value like a 2 read action quite highly. Wow, Restless Father is still here. I'm quite surprised by that. I'm very interested by Primitive Man. This, like with Synergizer, Primitive Man just seems like it seems really good. Yeah. I am passing Friendly Worker, and passing Restless Father is a bit annoying. The card's pretty good. There have been some day labor combos for Friendly Worker, but Primitive Man seems like it's quite good here. And don't need this. Don't need this. We're taking Grain Farmer just by default. I might use it for some food. The problem is it's so expensive. Like 9 planted grain for 3 food. And then your next harvest, it's only going to give you 2 food. Like that's not really where you want to be. Unless you have some way of keeping the grain or putting more than 3 grain on a field. It's pretty bit difficult. Network not stable. Time's fine. A little slow, but that's fine. So I mean, I've got 3 occupations here that give me building resources. So that's actually pretty good with Synergizer here, because with Synergizer my second action is plow. It's 3 times plow and 1 time sow bake. So I need my first action to be pretty good, and so if 3 woods there, great. But I mean, reedstone food is okay, but really this hand wants to read more than reedstone food, because I'm probably not getting multiple reedstone food actions because I'll have no interest in start playering. And really, it looks like this hand really wants, you know, so Synergizer into plow, then say Primitive Man into plow, then maybe Delivery Man into plow, and then Grain Farmer into sow. Would I have enough food for that? If Synergizer's on the cheap space, I would. Yeah, I would have enough food, although I'd have to eat 1 raw grain. But that's fine, I could do that. The other thing I could do, that'd be a 4-ox stage 1. More likely, though, probably it's going to be Synergizer into plow, Primitive Man into plow, like a 3 food action into plow, or maybe Delivery Man into plow, and then hopefully a 4 food action into plow, something like that. Or into sow. But certainly with Synergizer, we're looking for a just grain. I guess with Grain Farmer, yeah, it's if I think I'm gonna get the 4-ox stage 1, then Grain Farmer is doable. But most of the time with Synergizer, I think it's correct to sow an early vegetable most of the time. So we'll see. I'm not committed to Grain Farmer, And the vegetable you can eat without baking, of course. So that's a thing. Absolutely. That is absolutely a thing. We'll see. Primitive Man. The hard thing about Primitive Man is it's difficult to feed without improvements. But Grain Farmer might get me there. It might be enough. The problem is Grain Farmer requires like a plow into a sow action in stage 2, which is quite a weak action. I'd much rather do it if I had like acreage or something. If I had acreage, then a sow action would be pretty reasonable after playing acreage. But acreage would turn off Primitive Man, of course. And this might be a game where we want to pick up the 2 readout of Primitive Man. We might get enough building resources that we consider just waiting for double build. Looking at Delivery Man here. Delivery Man, Primitive Man. So Primitive Man, if I play it in round 2, 3, 4, 5, getting me wood, 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 reed, reed. So we have 3 wood, 2 reed. Then plus Delivery Man getting me 2 wood. There's 5 wood, 2 reed for the start of round 7. With no other resource actions. So we'll see. Yeah, I'd love to take Storehouse Miner, but we didn't get there. Farmer is fine. I'm fine with taking Farmer here. Oh, there's Ashbringer. Yeah, that's a card. Probably taking Ashbringer. Let's look at the other stuff, though. Reed Beds. It's kind of expensive. I mean, 2 wood for a point is okay, but I'm going to want to plow earlier than that. Sparran Castle. Wood, clay, 2 stone. Whenever anyone uses a woodstone accumulation space, place 1 from the general supply on this card. When I place a person on a reno, take up to 5 resources from this card. I see. So it gets wood and stone, it accumulates wood and stone, and then when I reno. So I assume that I can use the stone from this to reno. And I assume that I can use the wood from this to fence. That seems pretty good. Yep. Yeah, this card seems quite good. Ashbringer, I mean, there's obvious synergy with my planned game, building a clay oven and then setting up Ashbringer. But Sparran Castle seems quite good. It might be even good enough, like if we're going to delay family growth. Primitive Man. If Primitive Man gets me the reason... The problem is it's going to come a little late, I think. Yeah. I have to pick cards that I'm going to want to break. Like, am I going to get... How many resources am I going to get out of this? Depends when I play it, which is determined by Primitive Man. This card is probably better if you're going to reno fence at the end of the game. I probably want to fence earlier than that. I'll take Ashbringer. Okay. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay, whale oil. There's Beanhole. So Beanhole is a reason to go for vegetables instead of grain. Ice Cooler. It's a clay, right? This card you reserve 3 food. Stone house. Oh, this is refrigerator, right? Cook pot, meh. Stone exchange is something with Primitive Man. It's definitely something with Primitive Man. Beanhole looks pretty good though. Beanhole is like it feeds me on its own with Synergizer. Like it makes my feeding like quite trivial. So then we don't really need Primitive Man with Beanhole. Great game with Sparran Castle. Yeah. Cool. There's Cornucopia. So Cornucopia with Beanhole and Synergizer looks pretty great. So I think the new plan is plow, always getting a vegetable. Plan to play Cornucopia and Beanhole. My feeding becomes trivially easy. Let's read this one. Place 1 stone from the general supply on an unused farmyard space. 1 bonus point for each empty plowed field orthogonally adjacent to this stone. It's a wood and a stone for maybe 3 points. 3 points, which requires like a decent amount of work. definitely taking Cornucopia. Farmer's Straw Hat looks pretty great here. Building material, passing miner for a potential primitive man game. Yeah, Farmer's Straw Hat is excellent. Yeah. Yeah, so the funny thing about Synergizer for vegetable with Cornucopia, I don't really need to, like, let's say I plow 3 times in the early game. I'll put out 3 vegetables. One of those vegetables can go to Cornucopia. One of them goes to Beanhole for my round 7 harvest. Yeah, so Beanhole needs to be in play by round 6. I need to have a vegetable by round 6 that I can Beanhole. Then I can Cornucopia round 7 with the other vegetable. And then each harvest I'm getting 5 food, which is pretty fantastic for very little work. Now, this makes my Zealous Farmer a little more difficult because, of course, Zealous Farmer wants me to actually accumulate crops. But maybe we're going to wheel a card like Silo, the Silo card, which would make it easier for us to get the grain even if we're not placing grain for Synergizer. Like, basically we're just going to make our feeding trivially easy. That's the big thing. And if we make our feeding trivially easy, we can do lots of stuff. We can even build a 4th room, in which case Zealous Farmer is not as useful. The only thing is we do need some extra reed for Cornucopia. That's something to think about. I'm going to need, probably going to want, well, I need stone for Beanhole. So I'm going to need a reed stone food action, and I'm going to need a 2 reed action. So that is something to consider. I don't know if I'm going to play Ashbringer or not. I probably will want 3 wood actions. There are a couple day labor cards out there. Like there was Friendly Worker, and there was Miner, and there was another one. Another day labor card. Maybe it was just those 2. Maybe it was just Miner and Friendly Worker. So that's something to keep in mind. Oh, shears, of course. Yeah, I don't want Scrapyard Plow. With Synergizer, I want to plow in field a bunch of times. So if I do need 3 reed, then reed beds becomes more playable. Reed beds is quite playable, actually. It slows my building a room. Actually, can I afford to slow my build room? I'm thinking, how am I going to play my improvement in round 6 and round 7? Ideally, that's a start player into Family Growth, right? Let's say Family Growth flips round 6. Hopefully we're second in the growth queue. Is there any way to be second in the growth queue after playing Synergizer? Probably not if we have to start player reed beds. Probably not. Reed beds will help us build multiple rooms, though. Although with Zealous Farmer, I'm not as interested in that. Chocolate? The problem with chocolate is I'm only maybe playing Zealous Farmer in the late game. I don't really need chocolate. I guess we'll take reed beds here. The other thing I could consider is Shearer for the interaction with Ashbringer, but Shearer is pretty weak, so. Yeah, don't want whale oil. As much as I love the card, really don't want whale oil. Although passing it to Patooti might be dangerous, because it encourages Patooti to 3 wood into start player. Take a pot here. Actually, Sheepskin Rug is not bad. Am I going to want a fireplace here? With Beanhole, I don't really need the cooking hearth so much. Okay. Let's pay a sheep for 2 points. That seems interesting. Yeah, Sheepskin Rug is a very endgame card because it's got to be after I have sheep and everything. We could make this work. This could be a wood and a stone for 3 points. For 4 points, because 3 adjacent fields, plus it occupies a space. Yeah, we could make this card work. Normally with Synergizer I'd be very happy to pick up Baguette here, but with Beanhole, we're not planning on going for an oven, not for a while at least. Because we're probably just not going to synergize grain. We're going to mostly focus on synergizing vegetables. And then setting up Cornucopia. And then once Cornucopia is in play, then our Synergizer can get us maybe one more vegetable after that point, and then grain the rest of the way. So I think probably Synergizer is picking up 3 vegetables, 2 grain. Something like that. The other thing to consider would be play Cornucopia in round 4. So if we get Synergizer vegetable off in round 1, that means there's a vegetable in our supply in round 4. We could play Cornucopia round 4. If we do that, then synergizing a bunch of times early is not really needed. The problem is I need to feed after doing that. I mean, it's not like that's a huge problem for my game. Rilo Kren with the Twitch Prime sub. Congratulations on family growthing. Thanks for the 8 months. Awesome. 8-month streak. That's really cool. Thanks so much. Hope you're gonna enjoy this very unusually late night stream. Patooti starts out with Headmaster. So we start 4th. So that makes the odds of Synergizer coming out fairly low. So that kind of nixes the round 1 Cornucopia in the bud. Ooh, Wounded Veteran. That puts certainly puts like it makes things a little difficult for Finger. Oh, we need to reorganize the farms. Yeah, we got 3 wood, which is the thing we are least interested in. It's okay, we can overcome. So the hope is... Okay, so when does Synergizer absolutely have to activate? Has to activate in round 3 and round 4. So that we have a vegetable in round 6 for Beanhole and in round 7 for Cornucopia. Beyond that, I'm not so worried. Reed beds with that 1 occupation prerequisite. Ooh, and Finger plowing here. Interesting. Plowing is interesting. Kai start player extensive resume. That works. It means though Kai will almost certainly second action or first action free occupation. But that does mean I get Reedstone food. Now, I don't need to activate play Beanhole until round 6, so I do have time to get that stone. I wonder if I should synergize here. Or I could just go for the 2 read. Kai plays Master Huntsman. I think I'm gonna read Stone Food while I have the chance. I'll risk Synergizer not activating in round 3. If it doesn't activate in round 3, then our next mini goal is Cornucopia round 7. Ooh, native for Patooti. I'm actually pretty surprised native is not above power 5.5. I'm surprised that was in the set. That card is extremely strong, and people are starting to put it in their ban list now, which I think is a smart decision. The card is too good, but yeah, awful for my Synergizer, really awful. So, like, I'm going to be in a situation where if I want to synergize, I'm going to need to, like, plow pretty aggressively. And the 2 read wield. 2 read is fine. I did say I wanted 2 read and a read Stone Food action, but I didn't want it after native comes out. I mean, if we just need 1 plow action in the next 2 rounds. That's all we need. 1 plow action in the next 2 rounds. That's fine. We can do that. Beanhole's ready to go. Cornucopia is ready to go after the plow action. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Our feeding in round 7 is more difficult if we're not activating Beanhole around 6, but it's doable. It's workable. It's absolutely workable. And we're sitting in front of Patooti, so just as long as Patooti doesn't start player, we're okay. We're okay. I'm quite surprised that Kai does not take 2 clay. I guess he's going to go for the cooking hearth instead. Just thinking that Patooti, with no sheep, Patooti might not necessarily go for the first fireplace, but you never know. Like with native, personally, like I wouldn't care about the first fireplace. I mean, I'm trying to get wood so that I can build a wood room. And I think Patooti just took 2 clay because that's what was available. Finger, start player, angry duck. Play this card if there's any food on future round spaces that you would receive in a later round. Okay, so Wounded Veteran doesn't work with that. Yeah, it's possible there's something about the pie deck that I don't know. Yeah, I don't believe this works at all. This is why you don't play with new decks with people whose understanding of the rules is not perfect. Well, they probably took Angry Duck pretty highly, thinking that that's how that worked, but no. Wounded Veteran says nothing about putting food on feature round spaces. The reason I see Finger putting it out there, and I think that's fine. It's just a reminder to trigger Wounded Veteran, but it doesn't actually go out there. That's just like a placeholder. All in all, not a good start for starting this late at night. This is a bad sign. And we're struggling this much in round 3. The other thing is Finger is not taking his food at the start of the round, which is very annoying. Now Finger's saying he start player nothing, and it's like that's not a good move. Whatever, that's fine. Fill in the rest of his Angry Vet. Alright, I'll play Synergizer here, and hopefully Patooti doesn't decide to first action plow. Welcome to Tokyo time. I am planning to go to Tokyo. I booked a flight. Hopefully I can go for the time that I booked, but the airline has a policy that because of COVID, I can rebook up to a year and a couple months later. So I booked a trip to Japan. It's very cheap because they're desperate for cash right now. And I've got a friend there I can go visit. Okay, so getting the plow here is great. So I think Cornucopia being whole around 6-7 is back on the menu, especially since we have a very good shot at getting the first room. Since Kai is our biggest threat and Kai is still a little ways away. I guess we're going to do our fields over here. We're planning to do 5 fields surrounding 52nd latitude. So veg goes to round 6. I don't remember where seat 3 goes. You guys will have to tell me. Tell me if I did that wrong or not. But yeah, it looks like we're not really going to play any other rocks. Our occupation requirements are very low for our miners, which is a good thing. I can basically get away with playing no more Ox. I probably play Zealous Farmer, probably, since with Synergizer I should be able to get it fairly easily, but otherwise I don't need too much more out of this game. Lower right, is that where I'm supposed to go in 3rd seat? I don't know. That makes sense, but I thought I did that before, then someone told me I was wrong as well, so I don't know. There's like the reading left to right, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's the going around the table, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. I think both can be correct. Patooti start player building material. Patooti might first move plow, which would be unfortunate. Probably I will first move plow. It gives up the first build to Kai, but Kai is the only person I'm competing with. Actually, I'm quite surprised Kai hasn't picked up the clay for a cooking hearth yet. That seems quite odd to me. Patooti's really hoarding that clay. I wonder if we might have like a clay hut extension for Patooti, Maybe clay supports, although they haven't taken any wood yet. Yeah, I'm not sure what it could be. So Kai's going to pick up the 2 reed here. No, Kai's going for the wood. This game is so weird. Well, I'm going to plow, and I'm fine with second action build. Clockwise, but left to right makes sense too. Surprised the site doesn't have a general. I think there probably is a general consensus, but I don't know what it is. It's also a thing that's not like there have not been that many like conversations about it, at least not that I've been a part of. Also, you guys can't see 50-second latitude. Sorry. I need to resize this. Patooti picking up the reed is great for me. That means Kai can't get it. Now, Finger can pick up the wood with a 3 wood action, but it's only 2 wood compared to 4 food fishing that also comes with a wood. I'm hoping that Finger is tempted by the fishing, but might not be. But it certainly looks like Finger plays business tutor. Okay, yeah, so there's like not really any pressure on the build-a-room space, which is pretty crazy. I think if round 5 comes, if family growth is in round 5, I'm going to leave family growth fallow round 5. Because I'm going to want to play... Actually, no, I guess I can play beanhole. I'm thinking that if I'm going to family growth for the 4th person with Zealous Farmer, Kai plays ladder. Okay, so there is pressure on the build-a-room space now. So I'll go ahead and build here. And I'll force Kai to choose between 6 wood, 5 food, and building. Kai grabs the 6 wood. That's fine with me. I'll go ahead and grab the food. I can't stable block right now. I don't really think I care. 5 food fishing is pretty good. It's the best action on the board, aside from maybe Reedstone food. I don't really need the 4 clay right now. And actually what it means is that I can probably avoid beanholing until the next harvest, which means that I can actually sow my 2 vegetables, and then I just have a stupid amount of food. Really stupid amount of food. If I don't have to beanhole this first vegetable, I actually have time to sow it. Yeah, because all I need to pick up is 1 food before the next harvest if we grow in round 6. So Kai's going to build here, I'm sure. So I'll start player beanhole. Kai does not build. Finger can't build. Patooti can't build. So I don't have to start player here. This game is a weird one. Okay, so I could play Delivery Man here. I could play 5 food. I could play Inventory Manager. I kind of like the idea of Inventory Manager. A bit more than Delivery Man here. Cornucopia on Family Growth. I will, yeah. But I'd get a Cornucopia after. My plan is Cornucopia after Beanhole, because I need Beanhole to activate in round 6 to get the food for the round 7 harvest. But maybe instead of Inventory Manager, I should have taken 5 food traveling players there so that I could have sown 2 vegetables in round 7. That might have been a very strong play. We'll see. I mean, Cornucopia is just going to be incredibly powerful here either way. But it might be even better if I was sowing these 2 vegetables, which I could have done if I had taken the traveling players instead of playing Inventory Manager. I mean, I can still pick up food. Especially if Family Growth doesn't flip till round 7. I only need a Reedstone food action to feed 5, which would let me Beanhole like in round 8 or whatever. But if that does happen... Wow, Finger start player Ice Cooler here. Yeah, I really hope Finger does not start player again. Put it that way. That would be extremely bad. So I need Finger to pick up the... I hope this is not on Reno. Or I hope this is not on start player. If this is on start player, I'm going to be... I'm never playing at 1 a.m. again if he start playering. Okay, this is on Reno. Okay, good. The only thing is, there is a threat now that Kai could start player into build, which means I don't get a... that means that Kai jumps me. Oh yeah, did Patooti never feed? Miscounted the rounds. What? Oh no. This is gonna be an ugly game. We're just gonna try to roll round 5 into stage 2. Oh man, just skip the first harvest altogether. Oh man. Jeez. Alright. Is this dude playing Woodcart? So he's gonna Reno again and play a couple Ox. What were the stone house Ox that we passed around? Nothing anything that I'm really afraid of. He's just gonna Reedstone food. His goal is to Reedstone food wood every round and then try to build a stone room, I guess. So maybe Noble we need to be afraid of. Maybe Mason's Apprentice. So building materials is Kai's. So Kai should start player into build here. Forces me to start player round 7 to grow round 8. Kai's gonna Reedstone food. So Kai's setting up triple build here. Yeah, this is a very, very odd game. An extremely, extremely odd game. I guess I want to activate Beanhole. Yeah, I want to activate Beanhole. That's you know what? No, I only need one more food. A Reedstone food action is enough. The problem is if I don't get that Reedstone food action, then getting the food is quite annoying. Yeah, I think I'm just going to start player Beanhole here. It's not a great move, but it's an okay move. Officer? Could be Officer, yeah. Officer with Wounded Veteran seems good. Woodcart certainly offsets the Wounded Veteran issue. Patooti playing Clay Starter here, finally getting their Reno. Yeah, they had been messed with by Finger 03 quite a bit. So I certainly got a worse move for first move Beanhole, but it was maybe safe if I think these guys are doing some weird stuff. So I think safety's sake, if these guys are doing weird stuff, is okay. Master Huntsman still does not have a way to feed yet. I probably can first move 6 wood next round. I don't see how Kai would feed. I'm gonna Beanhole veg here. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plow, and I'm gonna plan to 6 wood into something else. Plow, and I'll get a vegetable around 9. Yeah, I think Kai starves if Kai tries to family growth next round. So I think I can first move 6 wood into family growth. And if I can't do that, then I'm going to have to start player Cornucopia. But honestly, I'm not too disappointed. Or the other thing I can do is I can... whoops, I need to subtract the veg. Oh, the 6 wood's gone. Okay. Then there's no point in risking it now. I'll just go ahead and first move family growth Cornucopia. That's fine. Patooti gets to grow second. I don't think so. I think Kai will. They're getting to double build. These guys are double building. Double building better because Finger is not building, but worse because family growth is round 7, so I don't know. So if 4 wood comes around, I'm probably taking 4 wood. Otherwise, I could take 3 stone or plow. Plow putting a grain on round 8 seems like a reasonable move, because then I can do a sow action in round 9, sow a grain and a vegetable. Man, 4 wood's available. Gotta take 4 wood. As much as I would like to take 3 stone here. Oh, I forgot plus wood on Cornucopia. And feed 5. Patooti's playing Friendly Worker here. Friendly Worker seems pretty good, but after begging and not growing in round 7, that's a mistake. Oh yeah. True. True. Alright, well there's a chance we get 6 wood or 4 stone. 4 wood is like the worst case, but that's okay. 4 wood is fine. We could 4 reed as well. Maybe build the Basket Maker's Workshop or build another room. If Finger is not growing and Patooti is going to Friendly Work grow next round, that means we could grow as early as round 10. Finger's got Farm Steward. Okay, I figured it had to be something like that. I figured it had to be something like Farm Steward. That makes this quite a bit better. Yeah, something that let him family growth makes a lot of sense. And Silo Girl, great. So, great Stonehouse occupation, Silo Girl. There's going to be a lot of grain and vegetables on the board. We'd run out of them in the base game. So I should get some good actions next round. Because Kai might have to start player to grow round 9. Maybe not. Maybe Kai figures he doesn't need to. If Patooti's going to day labor into grow, then Kai doesn't need to start player. So Kai can take 6 wood or 4 stone. But I'm going to get the other one, so that works. Kai finally building their cooking hearth, has needed that for ages with Master Huntsman here. Yeah, Kai had to wood into Major Minor to feed. I definitely could have afforded to take 6 wood if it had been there. But I got family growth and 4 wood, which were the 2 actions I wanted anyways, so. Hey, HIKLJ. It's been a little slow so far. It seems like it's taking a while for people to start their turns. Like, once they start their turns, it's okay. But it seems like people are going AFK and stuff, or not starting their turn. Like, this is obviously family growth. I don't know what Finger's thinking about. That makes a difference. That would have made a difference because Kai could not have afforded. These guys are being really slow. Kai's going to start player. Yeah, Kai does not need to start player here, but going to anyways. Also, the 6 sheep, pretty incredible. There's going to be, like, the actions are just stupid. They're, like, really stupid amounts of food. Between Silo Girl, Cooking Hearth, and 6 sheep, and then my Cornucopia bean hole. Like, there's going to be a stupid amount of food in the game. And with Wounded Veteran as well. Finger almost doesn't even need the 6 wood. Sparran Castle, sure. with no clay? Oh, because he has 2 clay, because he built the 2 clay fireplace instead of the 5 clay cooking hearth. Sure. Alright. 6 wood is pretty amazing here. And I pick up the veg from Cornucopia. I maybe could consider the 4 stone there if I think I'm going to get the 5 wood back. But I mean, the 12 wood, I'm going to build another room. I'm going to take 4 reed and build another room and be in a good spot. Like, I'm not worried about it. Finger takes the sheep. Kai's gonna wait until it's their turn to respond to my chat instead of chatting with me while other players were taking their turn. This was a mistake to join this game. Five wood, cool. It always snowballs when one player is slow, then everyone else AFKs. Well, they shouldn't be AFKing. Like, it's not okay to do that. They should be playing. Shear's here for Patooti. We have the last action. We're gonna grab the 4 reed. We're gonna go ahead and build another wood room. Probably not 2 rooms, probably just 1. Maybe a room and some stables. Maybe a wood room and 3 stables, because then the 3 stables satisfy Zealous Farmer. I don't know. Beanhole a veg end of the round, so I get 5 food round 9. Flea market, okay. It's got to go to an unoccupied action space. Hopefully it goes to an unoccupied action space. Should be like this, right? Should be 2 wood, 1 stone. Yeah. All right. So plow is good. I think we're taking 5 clay first move though. The build a room space is uncontested. We definitely want enough clay to reno easily. Patooti is friendly working again. So I do need to start player if I want to grow in front of Kai. But I think I'm fine with just building here because it forces Kai to first move family growth, which means I get a good action or I get a better action. Build is uncontested, but there are boar available, but I can get them anytime. I could play an Ock here. This would be a fine time to play Delivery Man. I guess it's a little late for Delivery Man. Yeah, I don't really need to play Delivery Man. I could sow. I don't really care to sow, though. I think start player is an okay option. Yeah, I could start player flea market and then grow after the 3. I think the 3 wood is likely getting taken. Yeah, I should grow. I should grow when I can. I can put a read on build. I could just build 2 rooms here. I don't need to play Zealous Farmer. I mean, I can build stables, but I should have time to get enough stone that it doesn't matter. Yeah, and I don't need to play Zealous Farmer. I have the resources to double build right now. If I do double build, I only need defense 12. I've got Inventory Manager in play. I get a wood from Flea Market, which I already forgot about because it's me and I'm really good at that stuff. Double build. 2 stables? Sure, 2 stables. I should have access to plenty of wood. Patooti Family Growth Diary, sure. Yeah, and read beds gets me my 2 read for my 2 renos, so I don't need a read action anymore. I really just care about stone. If I end with extra read from Reedstone food actions, it can go towards a Basket Maker's Workshop. So yeah, that seems reasonable. Fencing, so that's fine. Fencing is fine. Yeah, Business Tutor after probably first pick Farm Steward was quite good. People are not marking this. I guess I'll help them out by doing it myself. Family Growth. And we play Reed Beds here, which only net costs 1 food. Plus Wood Manager. Take the vegetable. Boom. Done. Second move, Plow, definitely. Plow putting a grain on the next round space. And then the plan will be to sow a grain and a vegetable. Or maybe sow two vegetables and a grain. I need to get to 6 stone because the 52nd latitude should be a 4-point card here. No reason that it wouldn't be. Patooti, first action plows. Okay. Fair enough. I can pick up the boar, but I think Finger is taking the boar. There's the clay. The clay leads into a pottery for me. Reed beds activates on plow and plow sow? No, just plow. Synergizer activates on plow as well. Oh, he's taking 1 boar. That's pretty irritating. First move, 1 boar action. It's quite irritating. I think Kai should take the clay. Kai needs the clay. Kai wants to build major improvements. Kai wants to reno. Yeah, the Spartan Castle seems pretty good. It's already 4 wood and 1 stone, so it's basically paid for itself back. Plus you get 2 points from it, and then he also gets more resources out of it. Kai start player corral. This is the one where you hold animals, yeah, on fields. Okay, well it means I'm going to first action plow next round. So I'll take the 6 clay and look to build the pottery. Seems reasonable. With inventory manager. So after saying I don't need any more reed actions, it looks like my last action might be a reedstone food move. Maybe I'll take 3 wood. 3 wood's fine. I mean, reedstone food lets me do stuff like Reno Clay Oven, which lets me play Ashbringer on Family Growth. And then Ashbringer gives me access to day labor and 3 wood. Not that the wood's been really tight this game. Although it's going to get tighter, I suppose, from the rest of the way. Finger's injecting a bunch of wood, though, with his wood cart, so... Kai's gonna cooking hearth on the major minor space. Fine, no problem. Yeah, I'll grab the 3 wood here. I don't really want reedstone food. I'd want 3 stone. If I could get 3 stone second action next round, I'm pretty happy. So I'll first move plow, second action 3 stone. Let's put a veg. Let's beanhole a veg here. Yeah, and I do want a fireplace. Probably want to play sheepskin rug. 2-point miner looks good here. Since I'm not going to have that many major improvements, getting every point that I can out of everything else looks good. It's just a very odd game. I didn't have to start player to secure family growth round 7 until round 6, even then I'm not even sure that I had to do that. Because Kai was pretty hungry and the only person pressuring my build or my grow. But I mean, it ended up being fine because I wanted to play beanhole. But herdsman for Finger, sure. Man, all the daily brick cards ended up in different hands. I have Ashbringer, herdsman for Finger, and then of course friendly worker shears for Patooti. Oh, 2 cattle would be quite good. I wonder if I should try to take 2 cattle. Kai plays traveling salesman. So he's going to play a major improvement on family growth. That seems to be what that indicates. Play maybe stone oven on family growth. Or the well. Yeah, the well on family growth more likely. Man, there's going to be a lot of good actions next round. I'm going to want plow. There's going to be 2 cattle. There's going to be... yeah, I guess plow and 2 cattle, 3 stone. Those are the 3 that I want. I don't really care about family growth. Kai can family growth, whatever. The cattle here are better than in round 13 because they might not be there round 13, but you never know. So we've got the well here for Kai. Unsurprisingly. Plow seems reasonably contested, so I'm going to first move plow here. I think that's probably going to be, it's probably going to be mostly correct for me to first move plow rest of the game. Then I get a read. Thank you. Yeah, thanks Northern Watch. I just realized after doing the action. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably get 3 stone, and then I might even get the boar or the cattle. Like, Kai is not really that hungry. And Patooti can't use the animals, so... Kai's going to take 1 animal at a time, which is really annoying. But it does make it that much more likely that I'm going to be able to get a pair of animals. Like, I can get 2 animals round 12, and that's fine. I'm fine with that. Kai might like the 3 stone here. If Kai takes the 3 stone, I'll grab the boar. But if he doesn't take the 3 stone, absolutely I'm taking the 3 stone. Kai plays Master Tanner. Master Tanner, great card with Master Huntsman. So Kai is wondering, does he get those 2 boar back? I will take the 3 stone. I'll give him the chance at it. Finger might take the boar. Might day labor though to get 1 boar. Gets him 2 extra food. Not that he needs the food though. Blocking Master Tanner seems like it probably would be correct, but you never know. But yeah, family growth for my 5th family member is contested into round 12. But I mean, I don't really care. I have lots of actions. My actions are very good. I think we're going to reno pottery here, probably. I guess the pottery's not contested and reno's not contested, so I can do it with my last move. Looks like Kai's getting the 2 boar back, which is very good for the Master Tanner. I don't even really want the sheep. Not really interested in the sheep. I mean, I could fence 7 and take the sheep. I could fence 7 and take the sheep. But Reno here seems decent. Reno pottery. Reno pottery gets me 1 wood. Maybe that's what I do. I reno pottery and then fence 7. I guess Sparran Castle is tough if you don't get clay. Like if your clay reno is tough, then Sparran Castle seems a decent amount worse, but because really you need to get these resources a bit faster than Kai's getting them, I think. Like certainly having 5 for reno fence round 14 seems reasonable. Oh, fence just got taken by Patooti. Okay. I can take the sheep then. I mean, I can always play sheepskin rug. It makes the fireplace a 2-point action for me. Not that I really... It's 2 points in a wood. It's not a great move for me, but it is a move. I could probably read stone food here. Getting to a stone house seems reasonable. There is a bunch... I guess read stone food is not good unless I get the read. At least the read is not good, I should say. Not really sure what I should be doing here. Major, minor, something might be fine. Major, minor, 2 clay fireplace. Major, minor, clay oven. I want to keep my stone for 50-second latitude. Yeah, taking the sheep here seems fine. I'll probably reno before the next harvest. Feed 8. Breed. Probably we're not spending clay for 2 food. Not when clay can get us points from other ways. We'd rather just have our vegetables do all the work there. Yeah, like I can bean hole 2 vegetables after harvesting them in round 13. Yeah, it seems okay. Family growth flips, that's really good for finger. Not really sure it matters. I think finger is pretty far behind, but maybe. I think they're too far behind on improvement points. They need bonuses or something. Yeah, they're just too far behind on improvement points compared to where I'm going to end at. But maybe my fencing is tough enough that it's good. I don't know. Maybe. I'd love to grab these cattle, but I can't. Pretty sure Kai's going to master Tanner grow here. Nope. Kai's going for the cattle. Alright. I'm going to first move plow again. Plow is like the most important move for me. Plow, get a reed, put a grain on round 13. It's more important than family growth. Yeah, if Kai wants to family growth here, I don't really care. Patooti's gonna family growth flea or start player flea market. Probably setting up plow sow round 13. Sure. Maybe family growth round 13. Yeah, so if I could get to a stone house, I win. If I don't get to a stone house, the game's still contested. If I get to a stone house, though, and fence reasonably, I win. So next move is 3 wood. One of the 3 wood actions. Finger fences. It's fine. Yeah, figures 2-room stone house. I think the point ceiling is a little too low. But maybe. Yeah, and I think also the wounded veteran is hurting a lot. Is not getting enough out of these animal actions. Like if he had 2 cattle, 2 boar, I think he's in a great spot. But with 1 cattle, 1 boar, has to go back to get the second of each. That makes it a decent amount worse, I think. Kai's passing me building materials. Cool. Grab 3 wood here. So I keep forgetting to bean hole the bean hole the round 11 harvest vegetable. So I want to get a sow action round 13 so that I can play Farmer's Straw Hat on family growth, I think. I'm going to save the latitude until the end of the game. The other thing I could start player Farmer's Straw Hat and family growth. 50-second latitude. I wonder what that's a reference to, 50-second latitude. I assume it's a reference to something. Get the other 3 wood action. All our wood we're done with wood for the rest of the game. Whoops, not vegetable. We're putting 5 food there. Yeah, so we're gonna have a couple extra wood, which could go into a joinery. The wounded veteran is hurting a lot. Yeah, that's right. You heard it here first. Great insights from me. Just the best. I know that's what you guys are here for. It looks like I should probably eat. Well, I should either build a fireplace so that I can use this sheep. I guess I want to fence round 13 probably. Yeah, fencing round 13 is good. 50-second latitude card. It gives me bonus points for adjacent empty fields at the end of the game. So basically it's going on this space in the middle of the backwards C. And it's going there, and then it's going to be a 4-point card. 4-point miner, because it occupies a space and then 3 adjacent spaces, of course. Kai Reno Stone Exchange, sure. With ladder, doesn't need any more reed. Gets 5 wood. 5 wood helps. I mean, 5 wood helps a lot. Gets him to 9, and then he can get another 5 for the Reno fence round 14. Seems okay. I don't really want to sow here. I want to sow after I get my second my second grain. I guess I take 2 stone here. It gives me the option of joinery in round 14. Yeah, I want the option of joinery round 14. These 2 are both done their fencing. Kai's not going to fence until he gets another... Oh, wow, he didn't take all the wood. He took a bunch of stone. That's weird. That's quite weird. Is he going to try to build a stone room? There was paved road in the draft, I think. So maybe Kai's trying to play paved road. Plow sow for Patooti. This is quite good for Finger. Means Finger gets another family growth even without room action. And when you're on a 2-room stone house, you need as many family growth without room actions as you can get. So I will sow with my first move, I think. Unless I want to start player here. I could start player 50-second latitude. Yeah, and then try to sow later. Finger will want to sow. Missing out on sow would be a big pain. Finger's going to start player paintbrush. Okay. So Kai can't family growth. Wow, that means Patooti wheels the family growth even without room space. Huh, that's pretty good. I don't think that start player action seems wrong to me. Here is fine because I'm going to farmer straw hat, so I'm going to clear out these spaces anyways. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'm probably not getting another sow action. I guess in case I do, I should sow correctly in case I get another sow action. If they remember the card, it's obvious I have 50-second latitude here. Isn't that wrong? I'm going to farmer's straw hat, Norden watch, so that means I get to harvest these grain. But they're not going to become free until the end of the game. I'm gonna play farmer's straw hat for sure, because I'm gonna play. You know what? The 3 grain actually should be up here because I can't sow grain to these spaces in round 14. I can't sow grain to these spaces in round 13. So actually this grain should be up one space. So I'm going to put it here. I'm going to fence here. So I think I family growth farmer's straw hat and try to last move joinery, since the joinery gets me the wood back. And then play 52nd latitude in round 14. It also gives me the option of like good, like there might even be 6 wood available next round. Should be pretty good. I don't have to play sheepskin rug. Yeah, sheepskin rug seems like 2 actions for 3 points. I think we can probably do better. Actually, it's not even 3 points. It's 2 actions for 2 points. Because the fireplace costs me a pottery point. Unless I'm not going back to the clay action space, which is possible, but I don't know, it doesn't seem right. Did Finger just take 1 clay? Oh, paintbrush. That's annoying. Yeah, I like family growth into major minor joinery here. The other thing I could do is take one of the animals, but I'll probably get the cattle or the boar at the start of next round. That's going to be what I want. I don't want plow. I don't want plow sow. Don't want family growth. Unless I think I'm going to be forced to reno, but yeah, I'm not going to reno. It's just going to be better for me to play improvements in reno, I think. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting to stone. I'm fine with that. Kai plays Tarzan. So Tarzan, gonna get him some breeding cattle, it looks like. I'm gonna family growth and play farmer's straw hat here. And now it looks like I'm setting up to sow again. But I'm not. At least I don't think I am. Probably I eat a clay and a wood here. Yeah, eating a clay and a wood here. Nope. So Patooti builds the fireplace, so no joinery last move. So that means I could take 1 cattle here. Yeah. Or I could take vegetable. I could take 5 reed. If I'm confident that I will get a major improvement action, then the 5 reed is a very good move. Because the 5 reed is well, actually the 5 reed is almost, maybe it's almost equivalent. Because it's 2 points from the Basket Maker's Workshop. Because I have to spend 2. Yeah, compared to the 4 wood, it's actually not that much better, and there's a decent amount more risk for me. Yeah, so I think I'll take boar here. And we're gonna beanhole this cornucopia vegetable. And then I'm gonna feed 8, and I need to eat a clay, so 7 food clay. Then I harvest again, breed my sheep. Kai's gonna reno and take 5 wood, setting up his reno fence, or his fence action in the last round. Yeah, he's got the well, and he's got a stone house, which helps a lot. Ooh, Skybridge, what does this one do? Stone between any adjacent rooms of your house. Each 2 rooms, you may place exactly 1 stone. 1 grain. Oh, wow. Oh, there's what all his stone is going into. Jeez. All right. That might be GG Kai. Yeah, that might be enough points there to win. Jeez. Yeah, that's a 4 bonus point card that gives him maxed grain. He gets maxed grain with this setup and 4 points. Jeez. That's huge. That's really huge for Kai. So probably I have to first move major minor. You know what? Maybe I take stone. If I first move take stone, I can reno. The thing is, it means I'm not playing 52nd latitude unless I take another stone, which I could do. Take the 2 stone. That probably guarantees a major improvement action for me. Or I can just play the major improvement action right now. I guess I'm going to run out of points if I don't take 2 stone, eh? That should be the way I should think about this. Like 3 clay is only a 1 clay. It's only a 1 point action. It might be a 1 point and 2 food action, but it's not going to be worth all that much for me. I could have sown, I suppose. Sown would have been an okay option. But it's only 1 point for my grain and 1 point for my vegetables. So it's a 2 point move. So I think leaving reno open for me seems like a reasonable choice. Especially with the 6 reed. Jeez. Could I stone exchange and then 6 reed and then... It's probably too many actions for it to be worth it, but you never know. So we're going to need 4 food at the end of the game, so if we're not building the joinery, that means we do need to pick up 2 food from somewhere, because we can eat a clay from our pottery. Oh, I probably never took a resource from Farmer's Straw Hat. I'll take a clay here. "52nd latitude is the best thing I can do here. And I can get that stone in a bunch of different ways. So let's take the 2 point cattle action. Yeah. So I think we're doing like 3 clay, reedstone food, reno. And if I have to eat two raw grain, that's fine. It's 1 point. It's not a big deal. So we got a point from Beanhole, point from Farmer's Straw Hat. Finger building a bunch of stables. Yeah, Kai's going to get like a kind of crazy amount of points from the end of the game here. The upside is he's not actually getting that many points from fields and from pastures. So that's in my favor, absolutely. I guess I'll reedstone food. The 3 clay should be safe. So is still so why am I reedstone fooding? I should sow bake. It looks like I get sow bake back. Patooti and Finger are not taking it. I didn't even think about sow bake, but it's obviously a better move. Actually, it's not unquestionably better. Yeah, because of because of this card, the 50-second latitude. So I can only sow 1 vegetable and 1 grain. I mean, that's 2 points. One grain, 1 vegetable is 2 points. Yeah. That's enough. And I can't bake anything, but that's enough. Did Figure just take clay again? Oh my goodness. Figure's killing my pottery here. Really killing my pottery. Jeez. Kai plays Grantor for a bunch of food. For Tarzan, I suppose. Sure. So I'll take the 2-point sow action here. And then last move is going to be Renault. One, two, three, 4, 5, 8. If I sow again, I go to 10. I gain a point, but it costs me a point from 50-second latitude, so it's equivalent. I'm not worried about it. Just a little short of like a really perfect game. Little short. I should probably have a maxed pottery. It might not matter. I might have enough points as is. Plus C latitude. Seven food CG, pick up the Cornucopia. Yeah, we had to eat a couple points at the end here. That's fine. So here's our final farm. So whatever this is plus 5, it should be quite a significant total. Probably into the 50s, definitely into the 50s, yeah. This is a 55-point farm. I think that should be enough for the win. I don't think Kai is beating us. None of the other 2 players are not close. Yeah. The family growth queue was just too easy. Synergizer, Beanhole, Cornucopia was too powerful. Kai's at 49 points, so yeah, it's not really close. Not really close. Patooti at 32. Finger at 48. So 48, 48, 49, 55, 32. GG. Alright, guys, that's all from me. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little late night stream. It actually didn't end up too bad. Only an hour 40. So only like 20 minutes longer than it could have been. Thanks to Finger03, Kai, and Patooti for playing. Thanks to Rilo Kren for the sub. And I'll be back tomorrow evening. Actually, okay, I might not be back tomorrow evening, guys. Leafs are playing tomorrow, and I've got a bit of a busy day. So it's going to be, like, if I have to, I'm not going to wait 2 hours for a game again tomorrow. If I can catch a game pretty easily, I'll probably stream. If not, I'll be back Friday. See ya.